And we should be live. Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Good morning, Zach. Javier, good morning. How's it going? I think somebody else, I don't know if I could find the comment now. They were asking what we're going to be talking about today, and I don't have a lot to talk about. So I have a bit, but I don't have a crazy amount of stuff to talk about. But either way, we'll figure it out. And it's not going to be that live of a stream long of a stream, because I have family coming over in a little while. So I'll have to end it a little early. But I hope everybody is doing well on this Sunday. It's very, very hot here. The Weather Network, let's check that out. And our air quality is apparently pretty bad. So it's saying 24. It feels like 29, which is, I mean, I can't stand the heat. But we're going to have that all week. It's going to be a heat wave. So that's going to be fun. Tomorrow it's going to rain. So hopefully it brings the humidity down a little bit. Got Wire, good morning. Andrew, Got Wire, good morning. How's it going? Yeah, so I have a few things to talk about. Nothing major. I'm waiting on a lot of gear. That's my biggest thing right now. We're waiting on gear for jobs, which is, difficult because it's holding us back from doing jobs. And even our distributors, they don't have any of the gear. So I was getting in a bit of an argument. We have this job coming up for old folks home, and we're doing, I think it's 44 access points, a bunch of switches and whatnot. But they have another consultant, or maybe it's their MSP or something like that. Now we're fighting back and forth. So it's very hard to get Wi-Fi 6, as most of you know. So it's almost impossible to get, Unify 6 long range access points here in Canada anyway. So I quoted 44 nano HDs. It got approved. We got the deposit, blah, blah, blah. This other consulting firm wants to put a hold on it. Wait till the Wi-Fi, we could get the Wi-Fi 6 stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do, because these might not be available till November, which is a long way away. So we'll see. And then I have to get my hands on it, which is going to be very hard. The prices are the same, right? So the nano HDs and the Unify 6 long range, same price. If I could get them, yes, I agree. Let's swap them out. But right now, they have these really old Motorola access points. And they only operate on the 2.44 band. So the nano HDs already are going to be a huge upgrade. And what they use it for is for these carts that they bring around room to room. They only have 2.4 in them anyway. So I get upgrading to Wi-Fi 6 for, future proofing, but they're not going to use it. So now that's going to put a hold on the project. How dare you have a personal life and family coming over? Yeah, well, I haven't seen my family a lot, just because of, things going on in the world. And we're still in lockdown here in Ontario. Jerry, how's it going? I can't say your name. Gouver. Sorry if I probably butchered that. Tony, how's it going? You don't like AX Lite. So I probably wouldn't do the AX Lite, just because it's, I think it only has 2 radios in it, right? 2x2 high efficiency Wi-Fi. It has the 5 gigahertz on 2 multi-user, multi-in, multi-out. I would, if I could, and I reached out to Ubiquity. I need to get 44 of these. I've reached out to a couple other vendors, and I'm seeing if I could get it. Probably not going to happen. If I only had to wait a month, that's fine. But waiting until November, that's not going to be doable for me. Can you make a video on firewall rules to protect our local network? I think I already did that. Adam, how's it going? I've already done firewall videos, right? Oops, youtube.com. Whoops. Unify firewall. I don't know what my oldest one was, or newest one, sorry. This one here. This might get you going. Maybe I do need to do an updated one. Streakwave, that's what Willie mentioned in my Twitter. So I emailed them. We'll see, but I'm based out of Canada, right? So I don't even know if they ship here. It's a little low. How is it a little low? Is that better? I mean, I have everything on max unless I push this right to my face, right? Yeah, my, maybe I need to get one of these actually. Amazon.ca. Cloud Lifter, I think it's called. Cloud Lifter. That's the mic I have, so I need this right here. Cloud Lifter. Tell me if that's better. I mean, it's on max. I can't bump it up anymore from the focus rate. AX lights in quantity. Just bought several hundred. The problem with the lights, yeah, I don't know. The lights probably won't do well for me. I'm not sure about the pros. I have no idea because they're still up enough and you sound fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have no idea because they're still early access. We don't get information. Can you please show us the Ubiquiti XG? Probably not, because that's almost $2,000. And for me to just do a video on it for $2,000, I mean, I'm probably gonna get 20 bucks back from that, right? Unless Ubiquiti wanted to send it to me. Audio sounds fine. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I could see it when it does this little green light and yellow light when it's peaking. So I don't like to have it super close to my face. And then I like to turn it down, but I probably should get one of those cloud lifters. Please spell. No, it's not the use case that they don't work well. I just want to stick with 4x4, right? So right here, right, you're on your 5 gigahertz band, your 4x4 MU multi-user MIMO, right? On the lights, you're 2x2. On the 2.4 gigahertz, I mean, it's the same, which, I mean, maybe we could do that. It's just finding these. Like, I don't even know if my vendor, and I think the people I use, TDL, I think they are a full-on distributor and they have a partnership with Unify. Unify 6 Lite. Yeah, so they're out of stock. Everything's out of stock. It's driving me nuts. Can you do a simple basic video of the setup? So, I mean, the videos that I've done with the UDM Pro, it's pretty basic, right? So, I mean, it's a small business. UDMs, that's what I call it. Is this my newest one? September 2020? UDM Pro, small. Maybe that is. Check this video out. That should help you. It probably isn't. I mean, right now we're still kind of in the planning phase, but I just wanted to get the higher end models, right? So that future proof, right? Even though, yeah, the Wi-Fi 6 LRs would be better. The in-walls can be powered by PoE injector or a PoE adapter. You just need to make sure you get the right one. And I just ended up buying this because this is new, 802.AF PoE injector. So I'll try that. I'm going to try that with the in-wall, as well as powering up the Switch Flex, I think it is. Oh, I don't know if that's going to do that, is it? That's AT and BT. What was this? Oh, that's AF. Either way, yes, you can use a power injector. You just need to make sure that the power is strong enough from the injector. If it's not, it won't even turn on. Does it matter which 2 SFP is used for uplink between switches? No, it does not. Unless, I mean, if you have more than 2 ports. Like this one, for example, but this has all 10 gig uplinks. Sometimes you have 2 that are just 1 gig uplinks and then 2 that are 10 gig. So that's the only consideration, really. But yeah, maybe I'll do a switch design video. I did one a while ago, but things have kind of changed from them. So maybe I should do that. We are what else did I want to show you? So I've already fully recorded before I did the Switch video last. That was my latest one. This one right here. I wasn't even planning on releasing that, the 16. I had the Hikvision color view camera. The video's already done. I might release that Monday or Wednesday. I'm not too sure which day I'll put it out. I'm not super impressed with it, but I think the reason is because the front of my house, there's so many lights on the street that the color view doesn't even work properly. So I might put it in my backyard, but that's the camera right there. That's in the substream. And whoops. Right. So it's a decent looking camera. It's just the big thing for this was the night vision, right? And I don't think I really got it because of how bright the street is. And it's lagging a bit, which is weird. Virgil, how's it going? Jim, how's it going? And I think it was a couple $100. How much was it? I think I got this one right here. I just really hate the Hikvision user interface. I think I mean, you could do a lot more with it, but I don't know, it's ugly and it's harder to use. But it's a decent looking camera. I'm just trying to have some different options other than Protect. But I don't think Hikvision's, I don't know, I don't think that's where I'm going to go. Because when I'm quoting, like I have people ask me all the time to do 2 cameras. That's going to end up costing a few grand because you need the NVR, you need the cameras, you need a hard drive, you need a PoE switch. Most of the time they won't even go for that. Oh yeah, the 20K. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, that was I think I did a 20K stream. I don't know if I'm doing a giveaway for this one yet. I'm not too sure. Probably not. We might wait till like 25 or 30, and then from there out we'll do like bigger milestones, like 50,000 or something like that. Oh, I wanted to go there. Darn it. Norelco Safe Cam. So I really love these racks. And this is the rack that I had in my basement before the new one. Whoops, I don't care about what is with their site. Racks and shelves. Shelf. And they're priced well too. They're like $100. These ones right here. Open frame, super easy to use, and they have the screw holes right in them. Right? So you don't need to use the what are they? The cage nuts or whatever the heck they call them. So I picked up a couple of those because they're running out of stock of those, and hopefully they're going to keep ordering them because for small jobs these things are perfect. Good morning. How's it going? Let's see. What did you ask? Any news? No, there is no news, VJ. I don't have any news. It's still in early access, I believe. I don't think it's out to the public yet. There's not a whole lot that's, well, in Canada, that's new out, right? Like if I could get one of the, they have the new, what is it, that light? Whoops, oh crap, I'm signed in. Sign out of there quickly. This floodlight, I'd love to get that and to test it out. So my next Unify video is going to be on accessories. And I think, did I take a picture? Oh, it's a video. Crap. Okay, so we got a couple here, right? I don't know if I have any other accessories. I probably won't add the viewport. We already did a dedicated viewport one, but we have this cover for the beacon and then the G3. That's a power supply. That's a power supply for the doorbell if you don't have any doorbell cables. And then we have the G4 infrared, and then we have the smart power plug. I did a video on the smart power plug a long time ago. They've released new firmware updates, so I'm going to include it in this video. Albert, how's it going? Good morning. Top label of your Protect video says, let me see, or am I blind? Let me see. Oh, that wasn't Protect, was it? No, that was Hikvision. And no, you're not blind. So I have all my Hikvision camera. I only have the one. I have that blocked completely, can't reach internet access. I haven't set up the time for it, so that's what it's defaulted at right now. I don't think my Unify stuff is on that. Let me see. I don't even have I don't have the time on my Unify stuff on my Protect. Steven, how's it going? Hikvision do 4-channel NVRs with built-in PoE ports. I've been thinking about that, but I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of companies like this company here. I like their, this rack is awesome. They sell a couple other good products, but when you go and do like CCTV, they do OEM Hikvision, right? So their Spider TV, that's just their own brand, but it's Hikvision. The problem with this, it's cheaper, which is great. You get the cameras at a lot cheaper cost, but you can't get any firmware for it. So that's a problem. So I've been buying through TDL Canada, actual branded stuff, and it is about double the price. Reolink tend to have a good non-Unify cameras with a decent interface and great performance. So I have a couple Reolink cameras here. They're not bad. I did a video on the Reolink PTZ camera quite a while ago. You should reach out to Obsessed Garage channel as he is ditching his Ubiquiti setup for saying it's too complicated. Oh, wow. I don't know how that would be too complicated. I mean, it's pretty well plug and play, right? There's, I don't know. All the camera systems that I've tested, it's the easiest one. Would love a tour. I was thinking about, I saw Chris do a tour of his rack. I did one before, and I said the word actually a lot. People called me out on that, but Unify tour? I don't know what I called it. I did in 2020. It's changed quite a bit. Yeah, maybe we will. Yeah, I mean, if you could see this thumbnail, it's really small. But that table doesn't even exist anymore. Actually, I might have. And there we go. I just said that word again. But I think I have a picture of my... So that's kind of the new setup. Yes, I know the tree behind me is great, and so are those mirrors. I need to rip that tree off. When we bought the house, it was already sitting there, so I haven't ripped it off the wall. Good morning, hot from Arizona. It's really hot here, and I do not like the heat. I'm supposed to be doing some yard work maybe later on today. Have you tried Dahua IP cameras? I haven't. I've heard decent things. Yeah, I saw your comment, and you were doing the AX lights. I think you'll be all right for that. I don't think you'll. We are doing 17 hotels. That's a lot of work. Holy. What I could always do, I guess, for this this old folks home is put their drawing, which I've already done that, but for the other stuff, put their drawing into the design center and seeing how well the U6 lights do, right? I don't think notifications for single unit camera G4 works well. It sends me emails for 3-pack in stock. Oh, well, I think in Canada, that's the only thing they have in stock right now is the 3-pack. We're still waiting to start that job too for 66 of these, I guess. Yeah, so the 3-packs are only available, which is fine with me. Here's another job we're taking over. So I had this person reach out to me a while ago, and I gave them a price to do the job. I guess they didn't like the price, or it was a little bit too high or something like that. They had somebody else come install, and now we're going back in to rip everything out. So this is what we're working with here. I'm gonna rip out all these cables. I don't know how he terminated because we haven't been on site. I'm gonna take out this 48 port patch panel. That's going to be gone. And then we're replacing this neck gear switch with a 48 port Unify switch. There's only about 8 clients there. I think 8 to 10, something like that. So we're putting in a UDM Pro. Right now, they don't have a router, like a, business grade router. People will say different things about UDM Pro, if it's business grade or not, but either way. So we'll be throwing that in. We'll be doing 6-inch patch cables. I'll be filling, well, this is going to be garbage, but we'll be doing blanks in any port that's not being used. And then This NVR, he seems to think that the cameras are being powered by PoE injectors, which is odd to me. Most of these NVRs, that looks like a OEM Hikvision. They typically have like an 8-port PoE switch on the back, so we're gonna have to check that out and then add a couple more cameras. So it will be a decent job. It's not gonna take long, but it'll be fun. And I'll see if I could take some before and after pictures. Well, that's a before right there. Timothy, good morning. I emailed you this morning as well. IJL Financial, hello, good morning. We wanted to go with the AXLR, but we needed 300. Oh, gotcha. And they've worked out, well, maybe, I mean, if the guy's gonna, the thing is, I don't work for this other consulting company, so I could just make the executive decision. We're sticking with nanos, right? But I kind of want to work hand in hand. This guy's going to be, he has to give me all my networks. He has to do my VLANs, all that stuff. So I want to be on friendly terms with them. So we'll see. Looking forward to WWDC tomorrow. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to look it up on my side screen. WWDC, what is this? Oh, it's Apple. No, not really. I don't look at a lot of Apple products. Would love to see your video on the NVIDIA Shield. I think you said, yeah, I'm possibly do that, the NVIDIA Shield one. I don't think the scaling, like the resolution looks a little off. I'm not too sure if we could do something about that, but maybe I'll do a video on it. I don't think is the 3-pack more? Let's see. I think it's the same price. I'm not a math wizard here by any means, but... Oh. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Why would that be more? Huh. You're right. Why would I pay more money for less packaging? That is odd. I don't get that. Anyway, that's weird. Amazing how clients bark at price until, yeah. So the biggest problem with them right now, he wants to be able to remotely manage his access control. And I guess the person who was in there didn't really know what he was doing. I'm not an MSP, but I've been thinking about getting into it. A lot of my clients have been asking me to take over like their whole systems, right? So, I mean, antivirus, threat protection, blah, 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 blah. But I don't know how to price it because that would be, they call it seats, right? But I don't know how to price it. So I have to do a ton of research, but I may start offering those type services in the future, possibly. Just need to set up the smart detection zones. I think the smart detection zones by default do your whole camera, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it'll be interesting to get when I get 60 of these or 70 of them. I would, yeah, I'd want to order them singly. I wonder if these guys have them. G4 Bullet. I think they charge more. Yeah, $254 for it. Why would I pay that much? Like, that's a crazy amount more. $20 more, pretty much, for, unless they give me it because I'd pretty much be taking all their stock. You're definitely okay with buying Unify to change my home Wi-Fi. Yeah, I think Unify is great. I love them. I like other companies too, even though I do a lot of Unify on my channel. I still like TP-Link. I like the Aruba stuff. The Ingenious stuff's good, which we still have some other videos coming on it. It really just depends, one, on price point. Like the Aruba stuff's, their Wi-Fi 6 access point, pretty expensive. The Netgear, well, not very expensive, but it's about $350 for their Wi-Fi 6 access point. And then you have to pay a subscription fee. You just got the UDM Pro and love it. Awesome. I just ordered, I think, 4 of them for some clients. So we're doing another house network. The guy, I try to stay away from houses because it's a pain, but they're already cabled. So we're going to put in a UDM Pro and a 24-port switch. So I'll probably end up doing a review style video. I know it's the same type thing, but well, no, I'm not getting that one. Which one are we getting? So we're getting this. I haven't done a review on this switch. I mean, it's going to be pretty much the same thing as the 24 port switch, you know, reviews with more ports. But I think it's good to have it on my channel. And then I had somebody comment this morning. I'm not going to show their name, but I had somebody comment this morning on my, I think it was the 16, this one right here. Good video, but we don't need to see all the settings. So I get that. For most of you here, you probably don't need to see any of the settings because you know the interface inside and out. But the majority of people who are watching my videos aren't subscribers. So I need to, when I'm doing my videos, it will have to be like they're watching me for the first time and they know nothing about this. So that's why I go through everything on the switching and all the settings. I mean, you could skip it if you want. I have timestamps in it. Hello from Louisiana. Just bought the Unify for my home. Should I let a professional do it, or can I do it really doing anything about networking? Well, you could watch my video and possibly get through it, and if you can't, you could hire me to do it for you. We do. I mean, I'm doing UDM pros probably every day for clients. A lot of home clients, remote work, right? Which is, I mean, it's fine for me. I like doing it. I sit in this office and I work. I don't know what else I have to talk about. How long have we been going? We've only been going 27 minutes. I'm trying to think of what other projects and things I have coming up. We still have that. I have another project coming up, which we're allowed to film for, oh, I forget what I quoted. I have no idea what I quoted. Anyway, he's doing, well, they bought all the gear, but we're doing 3 access hubs. I think it's 3. 3 access hubs, a couple switches, access points, bunch of cameras. I think it's 9 cameras, something like that. So we'll be filming all that. And I believe that is at the end of this month. So that will be cool to be able to get a film, like, you know, when I'm out in the wild, actually doing physical work. If there's anything you guys want to see in when I'm doing physical on the job site work, let me know. And then I'll try to include that into the video. Maybe I'll probably post it in our, so we have a community page. So I'll probably post it here, and then I'll see what people want to see, because filming and doing work at the same time is going to take me probably twice as long, but I think the video will be worth it. And I think people like to see that. And I need to switch out this right here. That's like a USB. I need a data cable. I'm terrible. Yeah, I forget where I got that, off Fiverr, I think. Pretty sure I bought that off Fiverr. The limited min and the member. I'm not too sure. I haven't even looked at that. I will take a look and let you know, Albert. It would just do with the read-write permissions. They would be now. Yeah, so are the Wi-Fi 6 APs running at full speed for mainstream use or firmware? I would assume they are, because they've already released it out of beta, or sorry, into the general. Pulling and routing cable in old work type home. So the place that I'm doing and I got permission to film is a business. So it's going to be drop ceiling. It's not going to be, I mean, it's going to be pretty easy. It's not going to be super hard to do the cabling. I do have to go do a quote. I forget when it was, maybe tomorrow, for a house. And I could see if the guy wants me to, or would allow me to film it, which I really don't want to do homes, but I'm trying not to turn away all the work, because this is my, this is all I do for my business now. So on his main floor, that's all he wants. He wants 10 Cat 6A on his main floor. The basement, the ceiling's all open. So that type work's not bad, because we could cut open the wall, we could drill down and then just drop it. What's your computer specs? I have no idea. i7 something. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to figure out what's the command when we go into run. What is it? The command to check your specs, or is it not command? You know what I mean? Right click on the Windows icon, choose system. Yep. So I have an Intel iCore i7-9700F CPU at 3 gigahertz. I have 32 gigs of RAM. What the heck is my display? Oh yes, this is it. MS Info. That's right. Or is it MS Info or is it sysinfo? Let's okay, that's fine. Whoa. Not that it's showing up. Okay, so I got the, you guys know my CPU. What the heck? Where's my driver? Not my driver, my GPU. sysinfo 32. Okay, let's check that. I think I just checked that. Which one did I do? Oh, that's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. Yeah, so it's just it's an i7. I need to upgrade. It feels like it's getting a little slow when I'm doing my editing. It is a little slow, which I don't know. I wanted to get an i9. I don't know what the best I don't build computers, right? So I need to see what the best computer for video editing is, like the best you know, CPU, all that type stuff, motherboard. Yeah. Anyway, it could play games. Well, that's all I know. It was a pre-built. I built this. I got a pre-built because I didn't want to deal with anything. I just said I need to do this. Just build it for me and then ship it to me, and that was it. Whoops. I think the next, when I upgrade though, I'll build it myself. Yeah, so I don't have a ton to talk about, ton left, so we'll probably only go for another 10 minutes. Yes, more residential style would be helpful. I get it, old work sucks, but money can be good. I don't know. I beg to differ. Not that the money can't be good doing residential. The problem is it worth my time, which usually is a lot. Okay, so here we go. We got our first. Not that that's a bad thing, but I think this guy is going to keep spamming like we had last time. Do you want to go in timeout? Actually, I'm going to put you in timeout. Goodbye. Take care. Someone already gave me a quote. He is a dealer for Unify. How much control he has over my network? Well, that's the thing. Like, if you want, what I tell my customers, like, do you want me to manage your network? Do you want me to have super admin? And they'll give it to me, right? It's all up to you how much control you want people. You need to trust the person. The network guy going into your network, you need to trust them. I cannot figure out how to print to my wireless printer across VLANs. Tried with allow rule. Make sure your allow rule is above the block rule. And yeah, this type stuff, like these type messages, they happen in everybody's live chat. It's just, it's the way of the internet, right? Hi, Cody. Thank you so much for your OpenSense video and how you set it up. I learned a bunch. Oh, perfect. You went with OpenSense rather than, I use pfSense a lot. OpenSense just because a lot of people are asking for it and switching to it. But I mean, they're both good in their own way. I'm trying to look. I just got an SG1100 for a client. I want my cameras on one network with firewall rules. We'll buy a viewport PoE. Yeah, you could do that. You could just create a camera network and then separate it. Can he see your data? Well, it all depends, right? Like, are you probably not? If he's just remotely managing you, he could see the information that's in front of him. But you don't know, like maybe he's creating a VPN into your network and connecting, right? So you need to, weigh the pros and cons. Like, we manage a bunch of people's wireless networks. I would never look at my customer stuff. All I do is just upgrade their firmware. That's it. Billy, how's it going? Yeah, so you need to just have a relationship with somebody you trust and a company you trust, right? Let me see. This thing looks neat. The Air Max Gigabing. So these are pre-order. I thought these were out. Are they out in the States? Yeah, that's weird. So they're out in the States, but they're not out in Canada. $179. Maybe I should pre-order them. Elliot, how's it going? Yeah, like, are you just having the person set up your network and that's it? Like, what I do, I use ConnectWise Control Screen Connect. So when I'm setting up my clients' networks, I'm controlling their computer, and once we're done, the session's cut, right? I have no more access to them. Some people give me full super admin access to their network, so it is what it is, right? Maybe it has something to do with your printing. Yeah, I'd have to look at your rules and take a look to see how it's set up. Oops. I like how they're showing this on their front page. I can't get it, but I mean, they're showing it right now. Hopefully you could get it soon. Yeah, but I think this accessory video is going to be kind of cool. I probably should have bought all 3 of these packs, but I got the wood one. And I mean, it's just a hard plastic that goes over top the beacon. The concrete ones are pretty cool. I've used them before a while ago. And the beacon HDs, they're great. They're great access points. What else should I show? So yeah, we'll end up putting the smart power plug back in there. The G3 professional wall mount. I might touch on this. I mean, the Ethernet patch cables. I think I already did a video on that, but I'll include those as well. What else was there? I don't even know. So, okay, so my rationale was that I need a good enough web interface that I could learn as I'm very new. Yep. Yeah, so the OpenSense is a little easier to use, I think. With their GUI is a little easier. Which NVR would you recommend? I only install typically. Albert, thank you for the 20. Whatever is that pounds? Trying to look on my side to see how much that gave me Canadian, because it's different. Holy, that's $29. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. The NVR system, Unify Protect, UNVR. Yeah, he's going to set everything up. So he should have a remote software, right? Kind of like TeamViewer, if you've used TeamViewer. Then once you're done, he's done setting everything up, just kick him out, right? Any recommendations on Keystone's blanks for patch panel? What is the best outdoor access point? So this is what I use, but I don't know if you could get it. Well, you might be able to. What am I? I use vertical cable, right? So when I'm doing clients' homes, or not homes, sorry, client networks, vertical. I can't spell today. Vertical cable. So they have these VMAX series of jacks right here. This one's Cat 5e, but it's the same thing, right? So that's what I use. They have Cat 5e, Cat 6. But then I use this. Oh, that's not it. It's the eye punch tool. Eye punch? Oh, here it is, right? And then I use this tool, right? So this is the vertical cable eye punch tool, and you don't need a 110 punch down to do your jacks. You just crimp it, and then it works. I love this thing. But if you're just using it once, I mean, you could probably just get anything off of Amazon, right? Just make sure it's decent. Keystone, Cat 6. I don't know. Oh, that would have. So these people have a compression tool too. So you could get something like that. Like these, I haven't tested. I only use vertical cable now. The blanks for the patch panel. So I use unloaded patch panels. Or Keystone unloaded patch panel. I mean, they're pretty much all the same. This one's a little expensive, $35, but this is the style I use. So they're unloaded and you just pop your Keystones in, and then I just get Keystone blanks. which they're very hard to get in black right now. So these things right here, I just pop those in. Oh, they have these. Ooh, I need to buy some. I need to buy more. I just bought 100 white, but I need to get more black. I like the black look better. And the best access point for outdoor, the UAP AC Pro is great. But if you're looking for something a little more powerful, whoops, that's cameras. I would use the Flex HD. I just want to make sure. I think my parents may be here. Oh no, they're not here yet. Okay. Euros. Okay, gotcha. Printers do hate VLANs. But I want some, you want him to have some control? Well, it's either you kind of give him full control or no control. Do you only need a controller for the guest portal? Well, you need the controller to do your configuration. If you're using a guest portal, like a captive portal, you need to have a controller on all the time. DNS lookup? I don't think so. Like you could add DNS to it, right? Whatever DNS server you want. But you couldn't, create a local DNS within UDM Pro. Most of them use PoE Plus. Yeah. Or the newer ones are using PoE Plus, like the HD models. PoE Plus Plus, that's more for the Unify hubs, so the Access hubs. There's only a couple things that use PoE Plus Plus. So it's these Access hubs, and I think they're PTZ camera. This uses PoE Plus Plus. Okay, so he said if he's not going to be responsible. Okay, well, I charge $125 an hour Canadian, right? So I don't know. It's your network, right? If you want to mess around with it, mess around with it. If you break something, just make sure you take a backup and then I wouldn't work with that consultant. If somebody told me that, I just wouldn't work with them. What kind of rack do you use? I noticed that most racks have just enough depth to house the devices. So what I use right now, it depends on the job. I showed it off a little earlier. I'll go SafeCam. These are just I don't even know the name of them, right? They're just no name racks. But if I'm doing bigger jobs, we'll use a very expensive rack. I forget the type, but this is what I use for like most small businesses, because our switches aren't that long, aren't that in depth, right? Neither are the UDM Pros. So we have enough room to do all our cable management at the back. That's what I use. I think this is only 15 inches deep. What about the USG life expectancy? I'm thinking about replacing. I probably would replace, I'm not going to install any more USGs unless, the person really wants it, then I'll get it for them, but I would upgrade to the UDM or UDM Pro. One of my friends recommend that I run a unified controller on a Docker rather than use an RPi. No, you could run it in a Docker. I have a video of running in a Docker. It's an old video, but it depends what you're using too. If you have a UDM Pro, it's running the controller, right? If you're not using a captive portal, you don't need the controller on all the time, so you could just host it on your laptop. So this rack, I don't know if you'll be able to get it, to be honest with you. It's hard when you're talking to different people in different parts of the world. I don't know where else you could get this, but like Amazon.com, I usually get network rack open frame, right? I like the open frame style. I hate these type racks. I won't ever use those. Like something like the nav point, this isn't bad. Right, you just need to make sure that it's wide enough. So that's 19 inch. Yeah, I like this style rack, right? I hate these the cage nuts or whatever you call them. I hate putting those in. They hurt, kill your fingers. I've got both running. The one is a little bit bigger. I'm getting up to, oh, that's awesome. 800. That's, I get from my U6LR about 6 or 7. What switch do I recommend the most? Well, it all depends again. How many ports do you need? Do you want a 10 gig uplink? That type of thing, right? So well, you guys saw that my favorite switch for small business really would be the 16 port if they don't need a 10 gig uplink. It has 8 ports PoE, so you could run access points. You could do a few cameras. You're only doing a 1 gig uplink, but for most small businesses, that's enough. But my favorite switch right now is this right here, the enterprise switch. I love this switch. I have it in my basement, and it works awesome. And you have 2.5 gig interfaces. Which I mean, they're all good. They're all good. They just have different specs. Like I love this. This is what sits behind my computer. These are really good. The little 8 port. The problem with them, they get really dirty, right? So if you're installing these in, I don't know, like a factory or something, you're probably gonna get that like black soot on it, and it will cover it. But the switch still works pretty well. And the flex is great for. Whoops, you guys can't see that. It works great for security cameras, right? Put that in the garage and split out from there. Well, the aggregation really, it only does the, it's more load balancing, right? And you only could aggregate, you can't do it on, if you're using a UDM Pro as your, router firewall, you can't do it. It doesn't support it. I got about 5 more minutes and then I'll be out of here. So any last questions, let me know. Oh, this is something I wanted to say. And I don't know when they started doing this, if this is like brand new, but I bought a UDM Pro for a client last week. And they're shipping these with them now. Is that new? Did anybody else get these? So these are just like stickers, or, well, you just wet them and then you stick them to your doors. So that's cool. They're pretty big though. So I don't know if I want to put that on my house. Probably not any more advice from my last video, right? So I don't know when I did that PF Sense video. It was quite a while ago. How do I check? Unify and PF Sense. So I did this one. Wow, that time flies. Like that doesn't feel like it was, that many months ago. I don't know. Maybe I'll do an upgraded video. There really isn't too much different. Like we're setting up our firewall rules, everything on our PF Sense, and then we're just doing our VLANing on our Unify stuff, right? This is a great combo of gear. Like I love I think in this one I was using the SG1100. It's a great firewall. I would like to put in an SG1100 or SG5100 in my house, just because the SG1100 doesn't go fast enough for my needs. Here we go. Here we go. How do I ban you for sure? Boop. I don't know what that means, but you're gone anyway. We don't need spam. He's going to charge me $800 for everything, 3 cameras and home get. Is that a good deal? It depends where you live, right? So it all depends on where you live. I mean, it might be an all right one. Another question, can outdoor multi-point access points like the local link to another station to bring internet to a shed, but also provide Wi-Fi for nearby phones? I don't know because I don't do enough point-to-point. That's the, that's my answer for now because I don't do enough point-to-point. Maybe email me and I'll look into it for you. Or maybe somebody in here does more point-to-point stuff. Oh, Albert, if you're trying to post the link, it may not work. I don't know if that's what you're trying to do. I've upgraded and unified my whole network. Went with all your suggestions as far as configuration, but for some reason my IoT keeps dropping. I don't have any ideas on that. I'd have to look at your configuration. Typically the devices, it may be, a lot of the times it's your end devices. It's not your unified network. So tomorrow's video will either be the Hikvision color view, possibly. Or it could be, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to do this one. It could be this one, the review of the Switch 48. Or it may be the Unify accessory video. I'm not too sure. I have no idea. The Hikvision color view is already done. But we'll see. If I get some time to tape today and tomorrow, it will probably be a Unify video. What's my email? cody@mactelecomnetworks.com, but I'll put it here for you. Boop. There you go. Yep. So we do network consulting. We do, business consulting. We do securities. We do, pretty much everything. You guys could check us out on our website, www.mactelecomnetworks.com. If you have questions or if you want to hire us, we got Hire Us. You could contact us, pretty much the same form. And then you could kind of look at all our stuff, our social networks, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, and then we'll be back next Sunday. So I just subbed to your channel. Awesome. Thank you very much. So we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to end it for now, but you guys will be seeing some more videos coming this week. This will be the last question. If the U6 Lite can run up to 1.5 over the radio, yes, the 1 gig is the bottleneck. Same with the U6. And yes, make sure to hit the like button before you leave. Have a good rest of your weekend, everybody, and I'll see you next week.